Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a project using some of the leftover pieces from your March 2022 paper pumpkin, and this is the card we'll be making today. This is a mini slimline card, so it has a little bit different dimensions than our A2 size card. So for this, the dimensions are 6 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that will fit in a regular envelope, a 3 5/8 by 6.5-inch envelope. You can get those at most stores that carry envelopes. I think I got those at Walmart actually. So again, that is 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. So that's what we're going to be making today. So part of the pieces that are on this card are from what's left from the punch out pieces in the regular kit. So I do see I have one of them already cut apart and use some of those pieces. So, but we can also just cut these. And that's what we'll be using for this card today. I'm actually going to cut it down just a little bit, so it's about that size. So we're going to use this and this. We won't be using these blue ones today on this project. Then for our mountains, now the mountains that came in your paper pumpkin kit look like this. So these are a little bit different, and what these are is I used the dies from the Horizon, on the Horizon set. So these are the Horizon dies, and you have a solid piece there that cuts out this, and then you have this piece here which will cut out that right there. So next you'll notice our little sun up here. So what came in your set looked like that, but there's only 3 of them. So what I did was took some cardstock, and I took one of our little cutout pieces, flipped it over, and I used a blending brush and some ink, and used this little guy as a stencil. So just ink up the blending brush, hold him down, and then just rub across him. And then ink up some more. Moved it a little bit. Do the other side. Now you could tape it down, but it's small, so I just held it. And when you take it away, you'll see that you have that image there. And then I just used a circle die to cut that out. So I was able to make myself several little replacement suns. So we have one of those. Just set that aside. That away. So we have that, and those 2 little pieces, and our sun. And now we need to do our sentiment. So we'll just take a piece of cardstock. I have our Thinking of You stamp that came in the set, our little Misty Moonlight ink, and we'll just give that a good inking. And just stamp that right on there. Okay. All right. Now we're just going to cut straight across here. Cut this way. sentiment. I do want to wipe the ink off of there with my Simply Shimmy. There's that. All right. Now, what else do we need? So for this, for our card base, we're going to cut out a piece of white cardstock at 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. And then we're going to score it in the middle at 3 1/4. So again, that's 6 1/4 by 6 1/2, and then scored at 3 1/4. All right. For our first layer, then we're going to need a piece that's 6 by 3. You can use whatever color green you want. And that's just a 6 by 3. And I'm going to use my glue. Put it there. Alright, I'm going to put that right like that. Press it down, so that's our first layer. Turn that over. Okay, now for this part, what I used was one of the envelopes that came in the kit, and we just need, this is 5 3/4, so we want a piece out of this front that's going to be 2 3/4 this way. All right, set that aside. So we're going to take this apart very carefully. On the side. Take that apart. And take that apart. Okay. So we're going to crease this the other way so we can see it, because we want to cut those off. So we're going to bring the trimmer in here. And we're going to line that up, that fold line right there with our cut line. And cut that off. And then we're going to cut both of these little wings off. Same thing, we're going to line that fold up with the cut line. Okay. And then again on this side, lining up, lining up. That gives us our 5 3/4. And now we want to cut this at 2 3/4. So we will line up this edge here that we just cut at 2 3/4. And we are going to cut that. So these pieces we can get rid of, but that leaves you with these 2 pieces to use for another project. So we have this now. Now you see there's a little bit of fraying edges. You're going to want to maybe trim those off if you need to. See one there. Get rid of that one. Okay. And we can set this aside. So these are the bases for our card. Next we're going to put this on here. So I'm just going to use some tape runner for that. And that gets centered there. All right, now we need to put our mountains on. So we're going to get the glue dots out that came with our kit. And we'll put some of those on the back of here. Just take these little backs off of here. Come on. I'm just going to put him along here like that. Now we're going to do the same thing with our cutout mountain. Let's put one there. Wherever you can find a little spot to put them. Oops, come on. Well, that one there. And maybe one right there. Okay. Same thing. Pull these little backs off. Oh, you know, I forgot to put our sun on. So we need to do that in a minute here. Alright, let's put this mountain on here. I'm just going to put it slightly off. I don't want to center it. I want to do it off center. That along the bottom edge there. And stick that down. Now, I forgot. I need to put my sun under there. So, let's get it in. Let's see if I can lift him up so we can put our sun in there. I did forget him. Alright, so let's put some tape runner on the back of him, or you can use the glue dots, whichever you have. And we're just going to put him right there. Put our mountains back down. That's good. Alright, next we have the green jagged piece that's left over from one of our punch outs. Whoops. I need that. And yes, I need the glue dots, and I seem to have misplaced my glue dots. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just use the tape runner again. We'll just put a little on each end of that. And I'm going to line this up along the bottom of the mountain here. Okay. Now, we're going to take this and put it right on top of that pink strip. So I'm going to, oops. We're just going to put a little bit here and a little bit here. And then we'll take our pink strip and we're just going to lay it so it's centered in there, like so. Oops, maybe a little more this way. Put that down. All right. Now we're going to put some dimensionals on there. And I want some out on the ends here, so I'm just going to cut a little piece there and use that out here on the ends. And, oops. And I have one more here. So snip that. That's it. And that one will go right there. peel off these covers. Now we're going to just place that over top of this seam so we don't have that. Put that there. And now it's ready to put some jewels on there. So, just going to put one down there. And just put a couple up here, one there, and one here. And there you have an alternative card to your March 2022 paper pumpkin kit. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And hit that little bell so you'll be notified the next time I place a video. You have a great day.